Here's the starting lineup for the visiting Orlando Magic. At shooting guard, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. At center, Wendell Carter Jr. At the other guard, Jalen Suggs. At small forward, Franz Wagner. At the other forward position, Paolo Banchero. The head coach of the visiting team is Jamal Mosley. Let's meet the starting five for the Boston Celtics. Starting at point guard, 6'4", number 4. The man in the middle, standing 7'2", number 8, first off for Singers. At guard, 6'4", number 9, Gary White. Starting at forward, at 6'6", number 7, Jaylen Brown. At forward, number 0, Jason Tatum.
Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. Tonight, it'll be the Boston Celtics going up against the Orlando Magic. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Now the starting group for Orlando. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Wagner in at the small forward. And for Boston, Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. And it's Porzingis in at the center. Well, Doris, both these teams.
Clark, for these two teams, a lot of their action runs through the front court.
You're exactly right, B.A., and I think that's where the game's going to ultimately be decided. I mean, we have to see which set of these bigs is going to impose their will, not just offensively, but defensively, too.
A look at the opening lineup for the Orlando Magic. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope, and it's Carter in at the 5. Now here's Caldwell-Pope. Wagner finds Banchero. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Holiday passes to Porzingis. Up and over Carter. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Holiday.
Boy, that is some kind of heads-up basketball from Holiday. He does not sleep on the wide-open man and found him perfect. He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Outside Holiday. Great D that time from Suggs.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Pass to Banchero. Beyond the arc. Tips it. Here's Carter. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards and one trip down the floor.
This is where Carter Jr. is most comfortable, in my opinion. Feels like he can score at will from there.
White, good.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Orlando has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Suggs surveys the D. Here's Caldwell Pope. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Yeah, rising up well to finish off the dunk with power. Tremendous athleticism by Kentavious Caldwell Pope. KCP.
Pure from three-point range.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
And the Magic surprising many league-wide cards with how they've broken through.
And the way they're winning, I might add. I mean, rugged physical defense is their identity and calling card. Not necessarily what you expect to see from a young team, B.A.
Here's Tatum. Orlando making their last shot. And the shot goes down. Porzingis has got his second basket.
You know, at 7'3", not many guys can defend Porzingis. I mean, especially when he's operating this close to the rim.
Carter, a screen on Holiday. Here's Suggs. Boston pulls it in.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought that was definitely automatic.
And here's Brown for three. And again, Boston with the triple.
When JB is on from here, it really boosts his team.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Now Horford's checked in for Boston.
Number 42, Al Horford.
Wagner, the pass to Banchero. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Wagner outside. Shot clock at 5. And it's Banchero with a three.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
Brown passes to Horford. A deep three. Rebounded by Suggs. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. It's a 5-point game. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie.
Well, I like how Tatum had his hands up and ready to go on that catch and shoot. Well done.
Banchero outside. Back to Suggs. Lets a floater go. And denied. He sent it right off the glass. Puts up a deep three. Orlando with the rebound. Carter's got 4 rebounds in the game. There's the triple. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Boston leading by 8. White for 3. It's rebounded by Banchero. 1:39 left in the first quarter. Suggs against Horford. Banchero outside. Caldwell Pope, a screen on White. A three from Banchero. Rebound Boston. Here's Brown. Connects on the 17-footer. Brown's got 8.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now here's Wagner. Still no points. And Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
Love the rise and fire approach from KCP. Got to be impressed with this guy's confidence.
Brown finds White. And here's Horford for 3. And the three-pointer goes.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's got 5. Wagner outside. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by White.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
The drive by Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Tatum's athleticism as he drives, really impressive. I mean, just shredding the defense to pieces there.
Magic trail by 12. And here's Suggs. says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Cutting hard to the bucket, leaving the defense in the dust.
Here's Brown. And the Celtics tack on 2 more.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
And so it's Boston now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. Their defensive efforts have... We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Boston?
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Paolo Banchero. Then it's Goga Bitadze. Then there's Anthony. And it's Black in at the 1. Black passes to Anthony. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Boston leading by 15. Horford finds Craig. Lets a 3 fly. It's hauled in by Black. And Orlando shooting 37% from the floor at this point. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Here's Anthony. Tatum with some nice D. Boston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. Tatum's got 7 points.
Well, Tatum can find the shot he wants just about anywhere. He's got that kind of versatility.
And once again, off the mark by Orlando. The 3 from Craig. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Here's Banchero. A shot to stop the run. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Banchero's gotten his second bucket.
Yeah, this is a part of Banchero's game they'd like to develop here in the league.
Horford passes to Tatum, and he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on Banchero.
It was a strong move. The shot's just a little off.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
And he drops the first. Well, Clark, as we know, player comparison is a popular exercise among fans and analysts alike.
Yeah, I've never really ascribed to that, but in this day and age, I think it's even more unfair to do so because the game has changed tremendously. I mean, three-point attempts and scoring averages are way north, in large part because of the pace of play. So the game has changed, and that means when you're comparing players, it's a little harder to do in a fair manner.
And the basket by Holiday.
Well, that assertive, confident attitude. I mean, Holiday knew as the pass was coming his way that he was going to catch it and let it go quickly.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them quick.
Yeah, and, you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Banchero outside. Carter, a screen on Tatum. Oh, hey, how about
Big
that?
time right there. Big time.
Woo. And he goes in for the dunk.
I mean, you talk about it factor, Banchero's got it, man. What a move.
Pass to Hauser. Now Tatum. Shoots from 12. Can't get it. Now 3 of 4.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And here we go. The Celtics on the run.
Got to give credit to Tatum. I mean, adding strength over time, learning how to score through contact on the drive, all positive signs.
Now here's Suggs. Defense right on him. Porzingis grabs the board. Boston on offense. They're on a 13-4 run. Here's Pritchard. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists now in this one.
Jason Tatum scores, but also creates for his teammates a sign of his continuing growth as a player.
Carter, a screen on Tatum. He shoots it, and Carroll finds Carter. 2 open that time. Made it look easy. Carter's got 8.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Cornette's checked in for Boston. White comes in for Pritchard. The Magic making a switch here.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's White with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paolo Banchero said, "We're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time." Brian?
Got to take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you.
Wagner, a sneaky athlete, maybe better than some people give him credit for. Showing you explosion right there.
Give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
For Orlando, they've gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. And that one is stuffed right through.
Suggs showing you some major bounce right there. He went way upstairs on that one.
Boston leading by 22. Holiday passes to Cornette from deep. Caldwell Pope pulls it in. Orlando has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. You know, Clark, something Kentavious Caldwell Pope brings, that championship experience.
And every championship team has a guy like KCP, a guy who can make shots, who's always there, ultra reliable, plays both ends, doesn't step out of his role, and all he does is help you win championships. I love watching guys like that contribute in a meaningful way to championship teams. And he's a fun guy to watch because he does his job at a high level pretty much every night.
Back to Cornette. Holiday passes to Porzingis. White for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. White's got 6 points.
White is a capable three-point shooter now, and he does not need a lot of space or time to get off his shot.
And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot. One thing this team loves about Jalen Suggs, he is one tough guard, Clark.
Hey, he was the state football player of the year in high school. And you don't just forget about how to be tough when you've done what he's done on the gridiron. And it translates extremely well to the hardwood. I think he's one of the better on-ball defenders in the league right now.
Craig is checked in for Boston. Brown comes in for Cornette. Suggs hits them both.
And the future Suggs has is certainly promising. An effective combo guard who can really get it going at times.
To the paint. Outside Holiday. Shoots. And it's Boston scoring again.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Isaac for 3. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. White, the pass to Holiday. Outside, Brown. From outside the arc. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one.
Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
And so it's the Boston Celtics, already up 26 points as this quarter ends. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Jaylen Brown having a dominant impact in this game.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
The Magic shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at the point. That's the Boston 5.
You know, I know some would like to see Banchero increase his shooting range, especially since he doesn't have a solid shot from behind the arc.
And here's Brown for 3. And he recovers it. And Brown with the stuff.
Making the most of the second chance opportunity.
Hey, the hustle is real, and the hustle is rewarded.
Guys, it's all about persistence on the offensive glass. You just can't ever give up on a play.
Goes back up, and Tatum lays it up and in. Tatum's got 12 points in the game.
Tatum hanging around the basket. Got the board and bucket.
Suggs, the pass to Banchero. And here's Caldwell Pope. The 3 from Suggs. Holiday grabs the miss. And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. Porzingis passes to Holiday. Tatum with it. Now Carter defending. Here's Porzingis. Drops it in from 14 feet away. He has 6.
At this distance, Kristaps Porzingis is more than comfortable. Timeout. He's got such a nice high release and a really soft, beautiful touch.
Orlando calls timeout. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Back to Caldwell Pope. Launches a 3. Knocks down the triple.
Great to see a young guy play that kind of cerebral game. Wagner sees a shooter and gets him set up nicely.
Tatum shot is good.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Wagner, the pass to Suggs. Outside, Caldwell Pope. The three-pointer off the mark. And it's Tatum with the ball for Boston. Pass to White. The baseline J. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Boston on offense. They're on an 11-3 run. Brown passes to Holiday. Down low. And so he draws the foul, heading to the line to shoot a pair.
You know, I think that's exactly the right attitude for White to have. Go at the defender head on and don't back away from the contact.
Derek White at the line for 2 shots.
White hits them both. For Orlando, they've got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Spins. Wagner against Brown. The 3 from Banchero. Orlando again missing.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
And here's Brown for 3. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Tatum against Banchero. Carter, a screen on Tatum. The 3 from Banchero. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds in the game. White finds Tatum. There's the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Oh, Banchero throws it down.
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
Here's Tatum, and finished off by Tatum.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Pritchard's checked in for White. Black's checked in for Orlando.
Substitution on the court.
Suggs against Holiday. 4-3. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Brown with it. Now Carter defending. Pass to Porzingis. It's rebounded by Banchero.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Here's Pritchard. And stolen by Banchero. Here's Wagner. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's tipped. Suggs, right side. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. The defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Here's Black, defended by Craig. Here's Batadze. Yes, it's good. Batadze's got his first bucket in this one.
No need to risk a shot from range when you can take it inside.
Boston again missing. And for the Magic, they're shooting about 31% here in quarter number 3. Horford passes to Hauser. Good, and it's Horford who picks up the assist. Hauser's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Boston.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
You know, something else, guys? You know, they came out of that tunnel sprinting in a full stride sprint. That translated to the floor and lots of success in the fast break game.
Well, Orlando shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. And it's Wagner missing. Boston has got 3 of 6 threes to fall in the 3rd quarter. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Sends it home from 3-point land.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Picked by Isaac. Black passes to Isaac. And it's off from 3-point range. And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for Boston. He had solid production this quarter with scoring and rebounding. We'll be back in a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Magic, they've got Jonathan Isaac. He's out there with Paolo Banchero. Goga Batadze is out there with Anthony. And it's Black in at the point guard position. Isaac outside. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Boston making a switch here. Davison's checked in. So Boston ends up going with a new group. Here's Batadze. Pass to Isaac. Here's Black. He's guarded by White. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Wing shot on the way. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes.
Porzingis proving to be deadly from a variety of spots.
Inside, here's Bitadze. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Out to Anthony. White with the steal. And here's the fast break. And he jams it home with authority.
Outstanding play by White that time. He just took off and got up and down in a heartbeat.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Black. He's covered by Holiday. Isaac for three. Boston pulls it in. Brown's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Tatum. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Tatum's got 22.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one. Doing it all.
Banchero surveys. Pass to Bitadze. Over Porzingis. The three from Banchero. Sinks it from distance.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
Porzingis finds Brown. Lets it go from deep. And the foul called on Kristaps Porzingis. That's his first foul of the game.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Got a line change here for Boston. Harris is checked in for Orlando. Suggs comes in for Isaac. Pass to Banchero. Back to Bitadze. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Suggs with the bucket.
Getting more comfortable with his jumper. Jalen Suggs, no hesitation there.
And here's Horford for three. Orlando with the rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Banchero outside. And there's the call on Al Horford. That's foul number 2 for him. And Boston with some changes. Craig is checked in for Horford. And Walsh is subbed in for Davison. Here's Suggs. Up and in on the layup.
Hey, you can see that former football player mentality and history on display with Suggs. He is fearless.
Pass to Walsh. The three. Hits the trifecta. Walsh has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
And so they foul intentionally. And Boston calls time here.
First personal foul, third team foul. That was Celtics entertainment. Let's give them another round of applause.
So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here.
Entertainment.
Fourth quarter of play and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
That one goes in.
And Brown is quite unselfish as a player, always willing to get the ball to the open teammate.
And Suggs has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. Carter can't get it to go. Boston has gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the fourth. Pass to Shireman over Banchero. And it's Boston scoring again.
Very capable as a point guard is Derek White, showing off his playmaking skills there.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. There's a screen. Back to Suggs. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
Here's Brown. Again, Boston.
I don't think he could have been any more impressive than he was tonight. Brown is setting this place on fire.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Celtics.
And they got a huge boost from their reserves tonight.
Yeah, the point differential between the two benches was a deciding factor in this game.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Jason Tatum.
He played big all night, relentless on the glass, just helping his team in the possession battle.
Here's Banchero. Boston pulls it in. Here are the Celtics with the ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Here's Wagner. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Textbook play inside. Wagner doing everything right in that case.
Pass to Brown. Wagner with a steal. All alone on the break. Jumps up. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. And the jam by Brown.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Now Suggs. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game.